The Actors Fund presents the special fall musical event featuring Angeline Butler, Bill Galarno, Susan Lehman, Laurel Lockhart, Mary Rocco, Jennifer Sharon Stock, plus group singing with Mark York at the piano.
We're going to start with that.
Was this your idea?
Mary's idea. But then she brought me in, I took it over from there.
Are you pleased?
Huh?
Are you pleased?
Oh, absolutely. I've had a hoot with these people. They're great. And what's really the best part is we're all real show people. Not people wanting to be in show business. We are all people who are in show business.
How did you pick the music for it?
Each soloist picked their own song. They usually brought a couple selections in, some did, and I chose from there. And then Mary and I decided that we wanted to open with group singing, put a group singing thing in the middle and at the end, so everyone could be a part of the music making. And so we're going to do an opening number, Lullaby of Broadway, and then we're going to do 3 soloists, and then we'll do a middle number, and then we'll do 3 more soloists, and we're going to end with Anything Goes. We should get a show pulled together to go to the Actors Fund home.
Yes.
And entertain.
In Englewood.
Yeah, Jim Dale and I'm Jim Dale's pianist. We've already performed there, as many people have. And so we should do that. And with Mary Rocco in the group, she will stir it up again. Trust me.
Your career. Tell me a little bit about
I'm a Baptist preacher's kid from Oklahoma. I'm the baby of 5. I took 2.5 years of piano when I was 9. I've been playing my dad's church ever since I was 10, 3 services a week. And then I moved to New York. The first Broadway show I ever saw was the national tour of Hello Dolly with Carol Channing in 1977. And when the song Hello Dolly ended, I looked at my mom. We were sitting in the front of the balcony of the Civic Center Music Hall. And I said, that's what I'm going to do, which thrilled my mom and dad both to death. And then I came to New York in 87. I'm telling you this for a reason. The first Broadway show I saw was LOCKHART. I am now Jerry Herman's music coordinator since 92. And the second show I saw on Broadway was Me and My Girl, starring Jim Dale. And I'm now his pianist since 2006. And the other one that's really important to me is I was Cy Coleman's right arm, and he was like my dad until the day he passed away. And so I've been very blessed to work with really incredible people. And of course, all kinds of stars are my friends. And I'm the executive producer of the Ziegfeld Society. And love Ziegfeld and Showgirls. My mom taught me how to sew when I was 9, so I make all the costumes. If you look on our webpage,
give me the webpage address.
The ZiegfeldSociety.com, and that's Feld, not Field, so Ziegfeld, but the ZiegfeldSociety.com. If you scroll down, you'll see the costumes in this review called Ziegfeld Follies, and I made those costumes, and the feather headdresses and all of it. So, and Mary Rocco is in my senior citizen musical theater class on Fridays. I also teach one at the 92nd Street Y. And Mary's the one who pulled me into this. And also, I perform with Mary all the time. We have a show called Shaking the Blues Away. So we know each other well. And she brought me in to do this.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Mr. Mark York, who's come in to play the piano, and he did some wonderful practice work with some of our lovely group members who you'll all know. So today we'll see some of the song stylings of Angeline Butler, Bill Galarno, Susie Lehrman, Laurel Lockhart, Mary Rocco, and Jennifer Sharon Stock. Take it, everybody.
All right. And here we go. Everyone sing it out. Here we go. Come on. And listen to the lullaby of Broadway. The hit parade and ballet room.
Just a Broadway baby, walking off my tired feet, pounding 42nd Street to be in a show. Broadway baby, learning how to sing and dance, waiting for that one big chance to be in a show. Oh, gee, I'd like to be on some marquee, all twinkling lights, a spark to pierce the dark, from Battery Park to Washington Heights. Someday maybe I'll, if I learn to sing, all my dreams will be repaid. Hell, I'd even play the maid to be in a show. Hey, Mr. Producer, yeah, I'm talking to you, sir. I don't need a lot, only what I got, plus a tube of grease paint and a follow spot. I'm a Broadway baby, making rounds all afternoon, eating at a greasy spoon to save on my dough. Oh, at my tiny flat, there's just my cat, a bed and a chair. Still, I'll stick it till I'm on a bill all over Times Square. Someday maybe, if I stick it long enough, I can get to strut my stuff. Working for a nice man like a Ziegfeld or a Weissman in a big time Broadway show. Yeah.
Well, Janet Gaynor introduced this song, and you know, before Lady Gaga, and before Barbra Streisand, and before Judy Garland, Janet Gaynor was in a film called Star is Born. But this song is not from that show. It's from something called Sunny Side Up. Aren't we all in search of happiness? Well, to everyone it means a different thing. To some it's health, to some it's wealth, to some it's only what love can bring. Please forgive me if I'm human too. I'm the same as you, and you, and you. I'm a dreamer, aren't we all? Just a dreamer, aren't we all? In my dreams, each night it seems my sweetheart comes to call. He's so charming, pretending constantly that we are the ones we hope to be. Our fortunes hide somewhere inside, and we imagine reality. Oftentimes I leave real things behind and hide within a corner of my mind. I'm a dreamer, aren't we all? Just a dreamer, aren't we all? In my dreams each night it seems my lover comes to call. He's so charming, strong and tall. It's alarming how I fall. He's divine, but then he can't be mine, and I'm a fool. But aren't we
Sung by a famous jazz composer. You know, the interesting thing about, I say, jazz composer, it's funny, he's a composer, but when black people are coming up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, they have to be a jazz composer because they didn't realize us as legitimate composers, right? So this is Art Hillary. And he died just a few years ago, and he left me with a lot of his songs. In the springtime of my life, like a rose bush, very small, I was planted with a hope that one day I'd be so tall. But in these days of changing times, no one cares, no one can see. So I think of better things in life and try to do my share. Let this flower bloom. Let this flower bloom. All I want to do is live, and all I have I'd gladly give. Let this flower bloom. Let this flower bloom. I am beautiful, you see, and that's all I want to be. In this struggle, in this life, there are hard times we must face. I cannot enjoy the prize if I don't stay in the race. Lots of hope is all I have. Please believe it's all I need. Life is easy if you let it be, and it's fun to live indeed. Let this
rolling piano. So at some points I'm playing over here and I'm playing here. Here we go. Here's the verse to I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. The mailman passes by, and I just wonder why he never stops to ring my front doorbell. There's not a single line from that dear old love of mine. No, not a word since I last heard farewell. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And sign with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe. I'm gonna make believe it came from you. Here's I can't get anything but love verse. Happiness and I guess all those things you always find for me. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Hey, diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell. Hey, till that lucky day, you know my well. Hey, I can't give you anything but love. I can't give you anything but love. Baby, that's the only thing I'm thinking of. Baby, dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness and I guess all those things you always find. I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell. Baby, till that lucky day, you're not well. Baby, I can't give anything but his hymns. And may I say, this is from the musical review on the at West End's Piccadilly Theater called Sigh No More.
Hey, oh, Mum's had those pains again. Granny's in bed with her varicose veins again. Everyone's gay because dear cousin Florrie was run down on Saturday night by a lorry. We're so glad Elsie's miscarriage occurred on the Wednesday after her marriage, when Albert fell down all the steps of the town hall. He got 3 bad cuts and a bruise. We're delighted to be able to say we're unable to pay off our debts. We're excited because Percy's got mange and we've run up a bill at the vet's. What fun! Dear little Sidney produced a spectacular stone in his kidney. Now he's had 7, so God's in his heaven, and that is the end of the news. No, wait, there's more. Hey, ho, what a catastrophe. Grandfather's brain is beginning to atrophy. Last Sunday night, after eating an apple, he made a rude noise in the Methodist chapel. Now don't laugh. Poor Mrs. Mason was washing some smalls in that lavatory basin when that old corroded gas heater exploded and blew her smack into the mews. We've been done in by that mortgage foreclosure, and father went out on a blind. He got run in for indecent exposure and ever so heavily fined. Hey ho, hey diddle diddle, Aunt Isabel Shingles have met in the middle. She's buried in Devon, so God's in his heaven, and that is the end of the news.
Singing a gorgeous tune from a musicalization of The Mad Woman of Chi-O. It was called Dear World, and by Jerry Herman. Madam Jennifer Sharon.
I'm back.
She ain't no madam.
She's a lady.
I am. He stood and looked at me, and I was beautiful, for it was beautiful how he believed in me. His love was strong enough to make me anything, and I was everything he wanted me to be. But then he walked away and took my smile with him, and now the years blur by, but every now and then I stop and think of him and how he looked at me, and all at once I'm beautiful again. But then he walked away and took my smile with him, but now the years blur by, but every now and then I stop and think of him and how he looked at me, and all at once I'm beautiful again. For a moment I'm beautiful
Call her anything but her name. We can just go by the two words, Mama Rose. Come on up, Mama Rose.
How about Diva?
Diva. She's always the instigator of us singing solos and getting up and doing shows. So I want to thank you, Mary, sincerely for this idea, because she called me about it and says, well, what do you think? I said, well, I'm in. Hello. This is where I live. And says, well, let me ask the group and see if they're interested. But had she not pushed this through and she was the one who thought of it, we wouldn't be doing this today. So, Mary, thank you.
I'd like to say a little word.
Yes.
Growing up, I was a little rebel. I loved the opera. But I loved the fact that there were women in the opera who could get their way with men. They weren't victims, and I was a little girl. But, you know, I knew about that. And then I also liked these down-to-earth songs. And I used to sing opera. I had a soprano voice. I wanted to be Risa Stevens. But then I also loved St. Louis Woman as a little girl, and I would be looking in the mirror and singing that. My mother would say, "What is this with you? You have two personalities." Well, I do. I have two. I still sing a little opera, but not today. In old Savannah, I said, Savannah, the weather there is nice and warm. The climate's of the southern brand. But here's what I don't understand. They've got a gal there, a pretty gal there, who's colder than an Arctic storm. Got a heart just like a stone. Even icemen leave her alone. They call her hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, the meanest gal in town. The weather is tough, but Hannah's heart is tougher. She's a gal who likes to see men suffer, to tease them and thrill them and torture and kill them is her delight, they say. I saw her at the seashore with a great big pan. There was Hannah pouring water on a drowning man. She's hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, GA. You ought to see her. You ought to see her. Outside she's just as smooth as silk, but socially as hard as nails. She's just a gal who hates the males. And when she's nasty, ooh, when she's nasty, she's about as sweet as sour milk. Nothing she likes better than 5 eating poison food to a man. They call her hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah, the meanest gal in town. Talk about your cold, refrigerated mamas. Oh, 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 she's the Eskimo pajamas, to tease them and thrill them and torture and kill them is her delight, they say. An evening spent with Hannah sitting on your knees is like going through Alaska in your BVDs. She's hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp of Savannah. Hard-hearted Hannah, oh, that naughty, naughty girl from Savannah. Yeah. Her peaches were deadly.
Here we go. Times have changed, and we've all been around the clock since the Puritans started shining. When they landed on Plymouth Rock, if today any shine should try to stand, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock. Oh no, we never barreled through that. Ethel, did you hear that?
Yes.
She would never barrel through, so we go. Any shot they should try to stand, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock would land on land. In olden days, a glimpse of sake was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows, anything goes to who wants to better. Now only is forever, riding crows. Anything goes. The world is not bad today, it's bad today, and that's
propose. Anything goes.
The cast here being willing to work on their song and to be a part of this today.
Thanks again,
Thank
guys.
you,
Thanks
Tracy.
to
Thank
the
you for
group.
having us.
Thanks everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Angeline Butler, Bill Gallarno, Susan Lehman, Laurel Lockhart, Mary Rocco, Jennifer Sharon Stock, and of course, thank you, Mark York and his piano. Also, thank you, Actors Fun and Tracy DiGesu.